I'm going to call myself out. I'm greedy. What do we do with that knowledge? And this is what Money Game Part 2 did for me. I absolutely loved Ren Money Game Part 1. Now we're going to do Part 2. And I'm excited for what more I'm going to end up learning here. One of the things I love about Ren is the discourse around his music and sometimes around his meaning. Like I did see in the comments in Ren Money Game Part 1 how I was kind of thinking that he was the antagonist, and somebody brought up how they actually see him more as the protagonist because of the fact that he has this self-realization after he draws the eyes onto Moneybag and then realizing that it's a person too, and so therefore, turns on himself in the end. Maybe that's the case, maybe it's not. I'm not sure, but the point is it brings up profound conversations, and that's what I love about Ren. So let's go. Money Game Part 2. Let's go. Keeps that same motif.
Strange time we're living in, panic and hysteria. Poor man learn, the rich man don't care for your narcissist mindset spread like malaria. Sit back and watch the show. America, Britain split through fickle shit. A government of hypocrites. These counterfeit politicians sit in parliament, not adequate. Come on. Needlessly bleeding, resources all dry. Turn a blind eye if it means a pay rise.
So in the first Money Game that I watched, I was talking about how like you watch it as an American and then you realize that Europe can have many of the same problems. And that's one thing I find really interesting about these Money Game series. Like he's calling out Parliament. A lot of the things that he's saying about the British government is the same type of stuff that many people would accuse the US government of doing and or being. Let's continue.
Oh, what a shame it would be, I would die if number 10 Downing Street burned in a fire. Only joking, only messing, don't be stressing, I'm a peaceful adolescent. There's no need to be unpleasant, write my thesis in a rhyme scheme to analyze the brain while my finger's on the trigger of a money game. Oh, rain, 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 a storm it comes our way. And no surprise to distorted lies, poison in the veins, but we don't upon the blame. It's easier to blame. But point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game.
I love how, maybe I don't know what's going to happen with Part 3, but I love that we have this carrying musical theme as well, like that little motif, the boom, 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 right? And this has the same chorus as Part 1 as well, but the verses are different. I like that it has that unity. And the song is just so soulful. Boom, boom, boom.
This old money game.
Is the panic and the hysteria that's popping up saying that like this is what the government tries to cause, panic and hysteria?
Money is a game and the ladder we climb turns a saint into a sinner with his finger in crime. I'll break it down for you motherfuckers line by line. This is business economics in a nursery rhyme. She sells seashells on a seashore, but the value of these shells will fall due to the laws of supply and demand. No one wants to buy shells because there's loads on the sand. Step 1, you must create a sense of scarcity. Shells will sell much better if the people think they're rare, you see. Bear with me, take as many shells as you can find and hide them on an island. Stockpile them high until they're rarer than a diamond. Step 2, gotta make the people think that they want them, really fucking want them. Hit them like Bronson. Influencers, product placement, featured primetime entertainment. If you haven't got a show, then you're just a fucking waste man. 3, it's monopoly. Invest inside some property. Start a corporation, make a logo, do it properly. Shells must sell, that will be your new philosophy. Swallow all your morals, they're a poor man's quality. 4, expand, expand, expand. Clear forest, make land, fresh blood on hands. 5, why just shells? Why limit yourself? She sells seashells, sell oil as well. 6,
Yeah, it's like calling out the human nature of greed. And again, I say like human nature of greed because one thing that I kind of interpreted from Part 1 is that it was kind of calling out everybody. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? But that everybody has some type of role to play in this money game, and not everybody is as innocent as they think they might be. And calling out how like why just end with seashells? Right? Why stockpile them? Why make them super scarce? But why not keep on getting bigger and bigger and bigger with your wealth, right? And you know what this makes me feel? I'm going to call myself out. I started YouTube 10 years ago. 10 years ago, started YouTube mainly for creativity. And within a year of starting YouTube, realizing the money that you can make from it. And to a degree, one may be able to say that I was a sellout because I started to try and create these channels that I had absolutely zero passion for, but felt like they would make me money. And when one got monetized, I would end up wanting to monetize another, which is actually one of the reasons why I started this channel. Because there are so many different things, whether it was like TikTok, YouTube, I do Amazon influencing, but I just had all these things that I was trying to make money on, and I lost the passion and the drive for something that I really enjoyed, which is music. Either playing it and or sharing it and talking about it. And so I started this YouTube channel knowing that it could probably get monetized, but also knowing that I would do it no matter what, because it's what I actually enjoy. So just basically just calling myself out here, right? I'm just being honest with you. But it's like calling myself out here. I'm greedy. I'm saying that on my YouTube channel, but yeah, I'm greedy, and I'm glad I have a project like this going on. And I'm not filthy rich or anything, but I notice it myself to want more and more and more. Okay, let's just keep going here.
Sell stock, sell diamonds, sell rock, sell water to a fish, sell the time to a clock. 7. Press on the gas, take your foot off the brakes, then run to be the president of the United States. 8. Big smile, make big wave, that's great. Now the truth is overrated, tell lies out the gate. 9. Polarize the people, controversy is the game. It don't matter if they hate you, if they all say your name. 10. The world is yours. Step out on the stage to a round of applause. You're a liar, cheat, a devil, a whore, and you sell seashells on the seashore. Rain, 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 rain. A storm, it comes our way. And no surprise to distorted lies. Poison in the veins, but we die upon the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game.
Yeah. It makes me wonder if in part 3 there's going to be like some type of resolve. Like, what do we... I'm going to wait till the sentence just to make sure I don't miss anything. It makes me wonder in part 3, is there going to be any resolve? As far as like, it feels like Ren is calling out everybody in a sense to know that maybe they're not as innocent as they may think when it comes to this money game. And it makes me think to myself, like, will part 3 have some type of resolve? Like, what do we do? What do we do with that knowledge? Like, I kind of had my response. I went back to the basics and created a channel that was just for fun. And I just enjoyed it, right? And it doesn't mean that in some way I wouldn't try to make some type of like monetary game on it, because at the end of the day, it takes time. You know, and it pulls away from my other projects. And also, like, if you are a public education or in public education, you're a teacher, you would understand I'm not making bank at my job, but I love what I do. I love teaching. So I stayed with it. And then I created these other projects. But in the midst of creating these other projects, you lose the passion for the creativity. Right? So my response, I'm going in a weird roundabout way here of basically saying this, but my response was to try and create a channel in addition to my other channels that are just trying to help balance out my low income as a teacher, to get back to my creativity. Like, I'm not sure if you've watched it yet, but I made a video about the last dinner party and about whether or not they're like an industry plant. And if you watch that entire video, you're going to end up seeing like the video editing that I did for it. And I did everything myself. And I made that video knowing knowing that it would make me hardly any money in comparison to some of the other channels that I have and take that much time to edit for. But I did it because I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that process. I enjoyed the topic. It doesn't mean that I'm not still greedy though. So, hey, this one caused me to call myself out. And I think it's important for everybody who is business minded to reflect on what really drives them and what really matters. And this is what Ren Money Game Part 2 did for me. I hope it doesn't make any of you think of me differently. Thank you for watching.